So what did we learn in last class?
We did a Screenflow welcome. We created a welcome message.
Okay. So today, let's assume that the business scenario is we have a account record. Okay. On the record, on this account, we'll create a button. We'll create a quick button to create a contact. Button on this to create a contact. So let me open the account. So switch to the Lightning. Let's say we have an account object. On the account object, let's open the one record, one text del Lightning. So as soon as we come here, we should be able to see one button, create contact. Okay. So whenever we click on that create contact, a pop-up box should be open to enter only few information that is required for contact. As soon as the contact is created, it should automatically link with this account. That means as soon as I click on a save, before clicking on save, there is only one contact is there. After clicking on a save, the new contact has to link with this account and it should show here. Right? It should show here. So total count will be, after clicking on a save, the contacts will be 2. So right now what we do right now in the account, we'll go to the click on new and it will go to this Salesforce standard page. I have to fill all these details and click on save. Then as soon as I click on save, it will link to the one text del because account name is automatically populated. So let's say that last name here, Tom. Let me click on save. So as soon as I click on save, the new contact is getting created as well as the record is gets updated here. Now the count is 2. Now instead of clicking on new button, what I want is when the user is on the detail page, they wanted to click on the new contact. Here they wanted to have a new contact. There is something here, new contact, right? Which is giving me the all this information. So similar like we will going to implement it. So using the flow builder, let's go ahead and implement the creating a contact. So for this, building the screen, having the couple of options, which type of flow do I need to go?
Screen.
Screen flow. And let's take the free form. Okay, now let's drag it onto the screen. What are the options that we need here? Let's give the, now you have to drag because you all know how to create a screen flow.
Yeah.
So what do I need to give here? Screen properties.
Quick contact.
Okay, next.
Remove the header. We're going to configure header.
Okay. Next.
Then go for taking like what are fields required like in for creating a contact, like first name, last name.
First name. Okay. Okay. What are the things that I need to take?
Like or there it should be like a display text.
Why do we need a display text?
Just to like fields what we require for creating that fields, like
Okay. How do you display the fields here?
again we write the name for this field specifically, like it's a we call it as a name or whatever.
Okay. Okay. What else do we need? I need first name, last name, title, email. Let's assume that these four. First
So
name, last
name field from the component.
So why do we need a display text here?
We don't need a display text. We need input text to take the input.
What is the component that I have to use?
Name.
Name. Okay. API name.
Contact name.
Okay. What else I have to give?
Email.
Email.
Contact email.
Now here inside the name, first name, last name is coming together. Now, for example, for the first name, if I wanted to take a default value, let's say Amala. Okay, so that means whenever I open up this page, this component, always it displays me Amala. And in case if I wanted to display the last name as something else, then I can give the default hard-coded value here. Now, read-only mode false, but in case if you wanted to read-only mode true, that means we do not want to enter the data, then you can make the global constant dot true. Now coming to the email. For the email, in case if you wanted to make a field is required, then we have to change the required. Right now it is a false. Change this to true. So what will happen? This will be true. So the email has to be entered by the user. Right? And next, what are the commands we have?
Phone.
Contact phone. And the required, let's say required is global true, because we wanted to make it a true. And placeholder text. Placeholder text is nothing but right now it is empty here. But at the placeholder, I want to give it as a how to enter the phone number. So and 4-digit 9. This is the pattern. So if I give the placeholder, it will come here as a placeholder, but that is not a value. It is a grayed out placeholder value. Okay. So we made it as a mandatory, and any other information we do not need. Now let's take title also. Do we have a title? No, we do not have title. That should be fine. And what are the information we need? Last name is we have. So when we take a object, my object is, what are we creating it? Contact record, we are creating it. Contact. Then it is going to ask the field. What are the specific fields that we are going to get it? So the first one is, we have
First name.
first name. From where to get it? We have to get it.
Contact.
Yeah.
Contact name.
Contact name dot
First name.
first name. Right? And next one, let's add last name. We need a last name. Where do we have to get this?
Contact name dot last name.
Contact name dot last name. And what are the information we are going to capture? Email.
Email. Contact name dot contact email.
Contact email dot, we need a value. There are different things are there. Required, we do not need required. Read only, we do not need here. Placeholder, we are not looking for it. Label, we are not looking for it. Disable, not looking for it. We just need a value.
Value.
And next, what are we looking for? Phone.
Phone.
So in the contact object, so phone is nothing but what is the API name? Go to the edit object. Let's see what is the API name for phone. Field. Search for phone. So we have a phone, home phone, other phone. Okay, let's go ahead and get. Field is, we have home phone. Let me search here phone. Okay, let's take a mobile phone. Mobile phone, what is the value that I'm going to take it?
Contact phone dot value.
Contact phone dot value. Now let's click on done. Now I'm creating the record. Right? I'm creating the record. Now let me go ahead and connect this to the contact record. So I have a screen flow. And from the screen flow, we have a record that is getting created. So let's go ahead and debug this. Before that, let me save. Let me save this and click on debug. So when I click on a debug, so debug options, right now we do not have any input variable. Let's click on run. Let's take Amala. What is your last name, Amala?
Raju.
Raju. And let's give ARAJU @ something gmail.com. And phone number, let's give +44. So all the four, and click on next. Click on next. So all transactions are committed, right? So how did it executed? Interview started. Flow version is 55. Transaction committed. Any record that flow was ready to create, update, delete, and quick contact screen got executed. What are the values that we entered? It took the values. And the Lightning component, which is a contact email, those, what are the components that we have dragged onto the window, the contact email. So how many components we dragged? One is a contact email, contact name Lightning component, and we drag the contact phone. That's all, these three. So once we enter the data, it is getting created the record. Now result is a record is ready to be created when the next screen pause or local action is executed, or when the interview is finished. Now transaction is committed. There is nothing called a rollback here. Transaction is committed. Now let me go here. Let's see. Let me go to the contact. Amala is created. Now this is perfectly working. Right now, let me activate this. Okay, once I activate it, let's go to the account. Let me open a record, edit page. And before that, we wanted to create a button. We wanted to create a button. Before coming to this, we wanted to create a button. So let's go to the button link and actions. Click on new action. Now we are going to create this action for the flow. So action type will be flow and flow equal to new contact. That is, yeah, new contact is our flow name. And let's create here quick contact. And let's click on save. Now, once it is saved, label object. Did we create a quick contact on the object contact? Okay, this is not the right. We want the button on account.
Account.
So let's go to the object account. Button link. Click on new action. And here we are creating the flow, new contact. Let's say here quick contact. Now let's save it. So we created on the account action, object is account, action type is flow, and name is quick contact, and the flow is new contact. Now the next step is we have to add this onto the account. Highlight this, edit page, highlight this section. So right now it is displaying the 3 action buttons. Go to the account layout. So in the account layout, click on mobile lightning actions. We created the quick contact. Now place this quick contact before the new contact. Now let me save this. Now let's go back to the page. Okay. We are able to see the quick contact. Now let me click on this quick contact. Now by default, Amala is showing here. We already created with Amala. Samskar IT new snew@gmail.com. Phone number, let's click on next. Now the contact is created. Contact is created. If I go to the contact object, if I click on contact object, I see Samskar IT new is created, but it is not linked here. It is not linked here. Right? So we are nowhere in this entire flow, we are not looking for account ID. So basically what I need whenever I'm creating it, I need this 18-digit ID. Whenever I'm clicking on the quick contact, it should automatically take this my 18-digit ID. How to take this 18-digit ID by default, without me mentioning the 18-digit ID.
Account ID.
Similar like So in Flow Builder, we have a something called Manager. Okay, click on New Resource. Click on New Resource, and resource type is variable. What is this variable? Store the value that can be used, changed throughout the flow. So throughout the flow, I want this variable. And whenever we are referring the 18-digit ID, always take the API name as record ID. With small letter starts with a small letter R, capital letter I, small d. So record ID means when we give the small letter record and capital I, small d is nothing but whenever the flow executes it, it automatically take this 18-digit ID. So if you give account ID or capital R record ID, it doesn't work. So Salesforce has something which is a unique variable, which is record ID. If I give this format, then only it will be able to capture the 18-digit ID of that particular record. Now this description is, this is going to hold the account record ID. This is going to hold the account record ID. What is the data type? Text. Now we need this record ID. We need it for input because while creating the contact, I need this record ID. Also, this has to pass to the output. So whenever we are creating the record ID resource, we always check input and output because this record ID is needed for entire flow. And click on done. Once it is done, now where we have to go ahead, click on this create edit, create record, add, and mention your account ID. And what is the value that we need? We need
Record ID.
So let's click on done. Now save as. New version getting created. Let's activate the new version. So once we activated the new version, automatically the flow gets updated here as well. Just we need to refresh. Okay. Click on quick contact. Let me create Amala 1, 2. What is your last name?
Raju.
Raju 1, 2. A Raju 1, 2 @gmail.com. And phone number 454545. Let's click on next. So now here it is attached. Because we gave the account ID equal to record ID. Record ID is nothing but which is holding the 18-digit ID. So small letter record, capital I, small d. So which is going to automatically link to the your account ID. Now let's suppose this is an assignment. Okay. Let's suppose I have not entered the first name, last name. I directly entered the Raj from gmail.com. Now phone number is 8787. Some number is there. Now whenever I click on next, what will happen right now? It is going
to throw error.
Throw error. What is the error it is going to throw? This is a generic. An unhandled fault has occurred in this flow. Unhandled fault is occurred in this flow. Now this is a generic message. Client or user cannot understand what is going wrong with this email. They cannot understand what is going wrong with this message. So in that case, we have to check here the first condition is I need to check the whether last name is there or not. Okay, so this is the assignment. So this is the screen flow, and here I need to check the condition whether the last name is there or not. Last name equal to null. Then if it is equal to null, then I have to say show a message. I need to show message saying that last name is mandatory field, or let's say that last name is missing. Last name is missing. Either one. Either you can say last name is missing or last name is mandatory. If it is a not null, this is yes condition. This is yes condition. But if it is a no, if it is a no, then what should happen? Simply go ahead and
Create record.
yeah. So simply go ahead and create a record. Here, this is the assignment. Fine. Will you able to do this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We'll try.
Okay. So that's all for today. That is the assignment. And probably tomorrow I'll give more assignment. Let's take this way. An account, we have an opportunity also, right? So if you go to the opportunity, if I click on a new opportunity, okay, what are the mandatory fields are there? Like opportunity name, close date, stage, description. Okay, second assignment is create a quick opportunity. Button is create opportunity on the account. Okay, whenever you are creating the opportunity, what are the fields that we need? We need is opportunity name, we need opportunity name, and then we need close date and the stage. Close date and stage, and then we need a description. We need a description and click on a save button. So this is what we need. We do not need the next step. Okay. Opportunity name, close date, stage, description, and bottom will have a save button. Here we have a save button. So this is the model that should pop up whenever we click on a button called create opportunity. Where is this create opportunity button? This is on the account page. When you open the record on the account, you will see a button called create opportunity. And when we click on this create a opportunity, it should open up the model. And as soon as it open up the model, enter the opportunity name, close date, stage, description. In case if you have any other mandatory fields, put those mandatory fields. And make on the model also these fields are mandatory. Okay, except the description, make these fields as a mandatory on the flow as well. And click on save. As soon as the save is created, what should happen? The new opportunity should be linked to the account. The new opportunity should be linked to the account. Okay.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah.
See, like whatever the flow we are creating, is that like, you know, as an object we created, so it will be like we are going specifically into a particular record. So will it work to that particular record only, or we can go on any record of the account object?
Right now we created a new contact.
Yeah.
Where did we create? On the account object.
Yeah.
So if you go to the account.
Okay.
Now if I go to the Bollywood industry, does it showing me my flow?
No. So it is not like a means it's very means the flow is used for very limited part, like no limited operation kind of.
No, am I seeing my flow here?
No, we are not. Quick
Yeah, we are
contact.
seeing quick contact.
Yeah, quick contact is there. Sorry, I didn't.
I'll go to the Burlington. Am I able to see my flow?
Yeah, yeah. Means we can create on whole object of account.
You got your answer.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So this is the this assignment is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So fine. So we'll connect tomorrow. If you are able to do this, go ahead and do it. If not, tomorrow let me know. We'll see this.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. But this has to be done. The account record linking to the opportunity should be done.
Sure, sure.
Okay. Any
So
questions?
like any hint for like miss, should we go for a creating one screen more kind of thing for a giving new condition, madam? Like
It's up to you. You know flow. You know how the flows are working on. You know each flow content, each flow option, how it is going to take it.
okay.
You know all these elements, you know everything. Now you decide, that's your plan. How to do, that's your plan.
Okay.
Any questions, Sushma and Vivek?
Yeah, can you show me that button part once again? How to
Which one?
how to show the flow through the button?
Can you speak loudly? I cannot hear you.
Asking
Yeah,
for
sure.
button.
Are you talking about this button?
Yes.
So this is when we click on a quick contact, this is the flow. So right now, whatever we have implemented, right, let's click on debug. Done. So this is the flow that we have implemented. We added this flow on the button. When we click on that button, it is going to show me the flow screen.
No, I'm asking about how to add that.
How to add this, okay. Now go to the page, your account object, go to the button. Okay, so in the button, click on a new action. Here we have a action type. Decide give the action type as a flow, because we are right now, we are going to create a button for the flow. And what is your flow name? Give your flow name here. For us, it is a new contact. And give any name. Let's suppose new contact.
maybe new C. I'll just add new C. Okay, as soon as I create it, let's click on it, save. Now my new C button is getting created. Now let's go back to the object account. On the object, we have a page layout. Okay, if you have a 10 page layouts, if you are not clear which page layout you have to add that button. In those scenarios, what you can do is open up any account record, go to the edit page, click on edit page. When you click on a edit page,
Okay.
let it load. So when you click on edit page, click on this account header. Okay. And then once you click on account, this header, just click on it. It will show here highlight panel, highlights panel. Scroll down, you will see assign page layout. Which are the page layout is assigned for this particular record. Okay, you will be able to see here. Click on that account layout. So we are going, that is going to use the account layout, page layout. So on the account layout, you have a something called mobile and lightning action. Check that mobile and lightning action. Right now we created a new C. Just select that new C and drag and drop before the quick contact. And let's save this. Okay, now let's go back to the account. Let's go back to the account. Now you will automatically see. As soon as it is added into the page layout, you will be able to see. You just need to add into the page layout. Here we added it to the account layout. If you have a 10 page layout, then that time it is a confusing which page layout do we have to add. You have a only
Yes.
one page layout, just go ahead and click on this layout and add it. For now, I'm going to the edit page. The reason is I have a 5 layouts are there. I don't know which layout is used here. In order to identify which layout is used here, then I went to the edit page and then I found the what is the layout that is used here. Now, if I click on a new C, it is going to open the same component. Fine.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Any other questions before I log off?
No, ma'am.
Okay then. Thank you. Sorry
Thank you,
for the interrupt in between. Okay.
That's okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Bye bye.
Bye.